It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from Oakland as the Warriors go up against the Memphis Grizzlies. Well, for the Grizzlies, they lost Game 1 in this matchup earlier this season. They'll see them 4 times in all, looking to even the series with a win tonight. One of the players we'll see tonight, Brandon Ingram, second overall pick in 16, has drawn some comparisons to Kevin Durant, but Kenny, he's still got a ways to go.
Yeah, we know it could take a while, but he's going in the right direction. I mean, he's a little undersized in terms of weight, but his ability...
It's an interesting way to put it. He's skinny.
Okay, he's a little skinny.
Thank you, Ernie. His shooting efficiency is a work in progress, but he has the length to impact all areas of the game.
That'll wrap it up as we take you courtside. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
I don't like the word skinny.
Slender.
There he is.
The Ferry Building in San Francisco, just across the bay from our broadcast setting tonight, Oracle Arena in Oakland. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night presentation. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. Last game for the Warriors, they pick up the W against the Sacramento Kings. It was just a textbook performance. That game was all theirs. Once they got it going, it was full speed ahead.
I mean, they were so impressive offensively, and when you do that, that can really help you on the road.
It's one thing to play inspired defense in that situation, but to get in that kind of offensive rhythm away from home, phenomenal.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we know how dominant the Warriors are, but we also know that turnovers remain their Achilles heel. Now, Steve Kerr says sometimes the game comes too easy for our guys. They think they can do anything. We just have to keep it simple. The simple leads to the spectacular. And as the simple reporter, I send it back to the spectacular Kevin Harlan.
DA, thank you. And by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. Tonight, Smitty, 2 teams, same conference, rivalry game. Tensions could be hot.
First of all, Kevin, I'm fired up. The fans are going to be fired up. The players. This is not one of those normal games. The tensions are going to be high. I think this one's going to be very physical.
So Memphis will get the first possession. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Anderson at the small forward and Jackson at the 4. Conley out there with Brooks. And it's Gasol. And at the 5, down low. They grab their own miss. Lays it up off the glass.
Marc Gasol does so many things. One of my favorite attributes, toughness and grit he brings to this team.
Green dishes to Kerr. Can't connect from 14 feet out. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Grizzlies. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
When things come too easy, it's easy to lose focus. But they held each other accountable and played hard.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up.
No surprise, in a battle of wheels down low, the big man comes away with it.
And for DeMarcus Cousins, it's just good to see him back and seemingly not with any ill effects of that Achilles injury.
Injuries like that are always scary, especially to big men. With Cousins, you never worried about him missing so much time. The concern was him regaining all his burst and agility.
Now here's Levine after the Marcus miss. Over in the corner, Cousins. It's Curry outside. The Grizzlies pull it in. Last time in Oakland, they lost to the Warriors.
And, you know, their focus wasn't there in that one. Same with the shot selection.
I've seen worse shooting nights, but this was pretty bad, and it obviously cost them the game.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. And it's the Warriors with the ball. The Grizzlies making the shot. It's good from long range.
And don't kid yourself about Cousins. He has the ability to see the whole floor, and he's willing to share the wealth.
Now here's Conley. 23 points for him the last game against Houston.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
A nice shot by Gasol. We've got 22 seconds left here in the first quarter. Curry against Conley. Now here's Curry, guarded closely. Levine inside the three-point line. No good from the wing.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Grizzlies lead by 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. The Warriors, an elite team, obviously. Steph Curry talked about the challenge of being the hunted.
We're a marked team now, so every game we play is going to be, the game. And I like that challenge because it's going to bring the best out of us. If we're not 100% locked in and focused every night, we'll get exposed. But on the other hand, when we are locked in and ready to play every single night, we'll get every team's best shot, and hopefully we'll still come out on top, and that'll be a good feeling. So I'm cool with it.
Yep, they welcome the challenge.
And that's where you want to be. They wouldn't have it any other way.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
I mean, through one, you have to like the effort, especially on that defensive end.
There are several ways, as you know, to take control of a game. Getting stops is one of them.
Bell is out there with Ingram. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Iguodala. And it's Livingston in at the 1 spot. That's the Warriors' 5. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Down low. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Jordan Bell, Oregon's all-time leading shot blocker. He anchored a Ducks team that made the school's first Final Four appearance since 1939.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. You know, it's not always about where you're selected in the draft. Bell taken 38th in 2017. But you know what, Steve? He found opportunity right away with the Warriors.
Yes, he showed he was ready. He plays extremely hard, and learning from guys like Draymond Green, he'll only get better with time.
And it's tied up with that one. Well, a high level of scrutiny for this Warriors team. Last season, they led the league in technicals and ejections. Smitty, how important is it for them to get a handle on that?
Well, it's not a good look for them, but they have some competitors. But you have to challenge in the right way. Play with poise, and they're fine when they're on the court.
Just 2 to shoot. And another miss by Memphis. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Ingram passes to Iguodala. 13 feet away. And another miss by Memphis.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
To the paint, Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Iggy just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
Clock management. This is where they can get a 2 for 1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for Golden State. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And he drops it in from the low post.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Conley feeling it out. 5 to shoot. Looking to end the run. That shot, no good. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. The Warriors on top, up 4. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Steve Kerr. Coach, what did the team do in that first half defensively?
Just competed. You know, we have a very good defensive team, and our guys are getting after it. I think we've been a lot better defensively than we have offensively, and some of that defense has led to some transition and some open shots.
Something your guys always fall back on. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Quite the tussle there in the first half, huh? Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. There were a lot of positives for them to take away from the second quarter, where they came from behind to take a 4-point lead at the half. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, I think they're feeling the energy of this hometown crowd. Sometimes you get a little complacent and comfortable in your surroundings, but no, they fed off adrenaline in the first half.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
Well, they spent a lot of time away from the basket offensively. They need to get in the paint, Ernie. Whether it's running the offense through the low post or on dribble drives, pick and rolls, get into the paint.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
An amazing view of the new eastern span of the beautiful Bay Bridge, which opened in 2013. Welcome back to Oakland, everyone. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Without question, Marc Gasol displaying his skills today.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
You know what? It's hard to do. Staying focused and disciplined with your approach.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. Jackson down low with Gasol. Brooks is out there with Conley. And it's Anderson in at the small forward position. Here's Cousins. Sinks that one from the post. Cousins has got the first basket of the second half here for the Warriors. Steve, you were kind of a positionless player when you played 6'8", highly skilled. Talk about some of the guys who really fit that bill in today's game.
I think guys like LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Jason Tatum does a fantastic job. Ben Simmons, Jaylen Brown, he's done a nice job. Gordon Hayward, those are the guys that are 6'8", 6'7", can do a lot of different things at that position. One of the best also at that position, Andre Iguodala, to be able to switch out on offense and also play different positions on the offensive end.
Excellent list. Here's Conley after the made shot from Zach LaVine. Jackson misses. Brooks against LaVine. The pass to Curry. Green kicks to Durant. Down low. Kick out to LaVine. Over Brooks. LaVine can't hit. The Grizzlies trail by 8. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Conley finds Jackson.
You can't afford to leave one of Conley's teammates wide open. He will make you pay.
Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Curry passes to LaVine. Passes it to Durant. Tries again. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And Steve, Kevin Durant has talked about how he fits in with the Warriors, both on the court and in the locker room.
Well, he gets his shots within the flow, doesn't have to force it as much. And Stephen Curry, the face of the franchise, that allows KD to just focus on basketball.
And he knocks down the first one. You know, Greg, you hear that since Kevin Durant moved to the Bay Area, he's wasted no time making connections and investments in Silicon Valley.
It's interesting. He's reined in his endorsements by over half, but he's so inquisitive. I think meeting these tech luminaries and learning from them was part of the allure of the Golden State.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
It's a luxury to have a big man who can shoot free throws this way.
Poked loose. Ingram with the steal. And slam dunk by Ingram.
And how about the huge wingspan of Ingram, really causing the opposition a number of problems.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. And for years, the Memphis Grizzlies defined mid-level success in the NBA, but not last season.
Before last year, they made the playoffs 7 straight seasons. Never played in a championship, but always seemed a player or two short. Now they're finally rebuilding.
And the Warriors making a change here. Bell's checked in. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And Caspi kicks to Green. Back to Caspi. No good there. Some solid defense from Ingram.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Brooks outside. Over Levine, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Golden State Warriors going into the break with a 10-point lead. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up, keep the ball moving. We're going to keep the defense on its heels.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The Grizzlies trail by 10. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Green and Bell are the bigs. Curry is out there with Zach LaVine. And it's Ingram in at the 3. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot. The 10-footer. Rebounded by Bell.
He was all alone. Looks like he gets a little too relaxed. He has to maintain his focus.
And the wide open shot from Green. And the 3 off target.
If you're trying to keep the defense honest, that's the one you really have to make.
On the wing, Brooks fires for 3. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Bell. Then for the Grizzlies, Jackson, he's checked in for Green. Anderson comes in for Parsons. And it's Mike Conley in for Andrew Harrison. Curry against Conley. Right side Curry. Over in the corner, Green. The Grizzlies pull it in. And here's Brooks from outside. No good that time. LaVine dishes to Ingram. Cousins, the pass to LaVine. Back to Cousins. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Durant's checked in for the Warriors. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They're trailing by 10. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMarcus Cousins.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard J.B. Bickerstaff talking with his team. He said, guys, I know you've worked hard. I know you're a little tired, but we got to dig deep right now and find a way. Take a deep breath, and let's get it done. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
The first one falls.
Each year I'm seeing DeMarcus the improvement in his game, especially as a face-up shooter and playmaker.
And so DeMarcus Cousins nails both of them.
When you look at offensively gifted big man in the league, Cousins is right at the top. Does everything you could want from a center at a high level. Scores inside and out, off the catch or his own moves. Just a complete center.
And here is Curry. Michael Conley getting his 3 to go. Curry finds Cousins to the middle. Here's Green. That one doesn't go. And Memphis the other way now. Over Curry. And it's Conley that time on the assist by Anderson.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. There's Green with the 3. It's good from long range.
And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
You know, you feel on top of the world when it happens as a player, just the relationship you have with the fans.
Brooks misses. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Kevin, how did you guys get this win tonight?
Well, we had to get stops. You know, those guys, they got so many options, so many good players, man. We just had to rally around each other and get stops.
Yeah, you guys played your best ball at the end and got the win. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.